Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Moment, the place where unspoken love comes to life. Imagine this, two people who grew up side by side, complimenting each other in silence, suddenly separated by duty to their country. Not by choice, but because time and fate decided they had to part, at least for now. Jimin and Jungkook. Two names, two souls, one bond that has never truly been broken. Military service didn't just separate them physically, it stripped away all the little routines that had become their source of comfort. What happens when a part of your soul disappears, even if only temporarily? And more importantly, can a love that was never spoken aloud survive in silence? Stay with us, because today, we're diving deeper into a love that never left. The Jikook story that continues to live on, in smiles, in glances, and in every meaningful song. Military enlistment was the hardest test ever faced by Jimin and Jungkook, two people who were always by each other's side. Known for their extraordinary closeness within BTS, their separation felt like tearing apart two halves of a whole soul. The world grew quieter. Fans felt the emptiness, but just imagine what they must have felt. They didn't just lose a routine, they lost a piece of their everyday life. No more late-night laughter in the dorms, no more pillow fights over a TV remote, no more sharing ramen while venting about a hard day. No more surprise hugs from Jungkook when Jimin looked tired, or Jimin's gentle pats on Jungkook's back when the magne felt anxious. Those simple routines, they were their real life. Yet behind the military barracks and separate solo stages, a red thread still connects them. Staff, friends, and even devoted fans revealed that Jimin and Jungkook continued to message each other almost every single day. Even while Jungkook endured grueling military training, Jimin reportedly visited him in secret. He didn't meet him face to face, he simply watched from afar. But when you miss someone with your whole heart, even seeing them from a distance can bring peace. "I feel lonely without Jungkook," Jimin confessed during a fan meeting. His eyes were soft, his voice slightly trembling. "He feels like a part of my life that suddenly disappeared." That simple sentence hit like a wave of emotion. Because everyone knows, Jimin isn't someone who expresses his feelings openly. He's more likely to show them through actions. But this time, the longing was too much to contain. Meanwhile, Jungkook, usually reserved when it comes to his emotions, chose to speak through music. In Still With You, the lyrics feel like a direct message to someone he deeply misses. "Even if I'm trapped in a dream that I can't wake from, I'll be by your side." That line feels like a promise. Not one shouted to the world, but one whispered from heart to heart. Fans believe this song is not just a piece of art, it's a love letter, a prayer, and a hidden hope meant for one name, Park Jimin. Equally powerful, in Promise, a song written by Jimin himself, there are lyrics about a vow he never wants to break. A promise to always be there, not just to fans, but perhaps to someone who's quietly become the center of his universe. One reason Jikook is so deeply loved is because they never feel the need to prove their love. No grand confessions. No flashy declarations. Just one glance. One small smile. The way they look at each other when they think no one's watching, it's enough to make it feel real. Jungkook, often quiet in crowds, always looks at Jimin differently. His gaze is warm, deep, and full of something that feels like belonging. And Jimin, even when talking to others, almost always reaches out to touch Jungkook if he's nearby. A hand on his arm, a brush on his shoulder, even just their fingers grazing. Fans call this the unspoken bond, a connection that needs no words. Because maybe they know the world wouldn't understand. Or maybe they're afraid that if too many people knew, something so pure might be ruined. Or maybe they just want to keep it for themselves. Like a treasure that only two hearts, who have chosen each other, can find. Time moves on. BTS enters new phases of life. International concerts, solo projects, massive achievements. But one thing never changes, Jikook's closeness. At an award show, when asked about his hopes for the future, Jungkook looked at Jimin before answering. "I hope we can all stay together, forever." And Jimin, true to his nature, gave a small smile and gently held Jungkook's hand under the table. That wasn't just a sweet gesture. It was a silent promise. Many critics scoff, saying, it's just fan service. But real fans know, true love can't be faked. Fan service doesn't last for years with this level of consistency, sincerity, and unspoken care. The silent hugs backstage. The searching eyes in crowded rooms. The instinctive protection when one feels uncomfortable. Jimin is the love of Jungkook's life. Not because he's perfect, but because he's always there even when the world isn't watching. He's where Jungkook finds peace, where he can be his truest self. And Jungkook, for Jimin, is more than just the little brother he grew up with. He is home, a place that never changes even as the world spins on. True love doesn't always need a public announcement. Sometimes all it takes are two hearts that just know and choose never to let go. After all they've been through, hard training days, nights of tears from stress, and monumental moments on world stages, Jikook's relationship feels like a quiet miracle. One not everyone will understand. But they don't need the world's approval. Because all that matters is that they understand each other. Now, even though military service separates them for now, nothing can truly break the bond between two souls so deeply connected. Because true love always finds its way back. And when that day comes, when they're finally back on the same stage, in the same room, under the same spotlight, there will be a single, silent hug to mark the end of the long wait. No words needed. Just a look, a hand held, and maybe a small smile. Enough to tell the world they were never truly apart. Because Jikook is proof that even in a world full of noise and spotlight, love can remain pure. And sometimes, all true love needs is a quiet hug, and a name that lives forever in your heart. Even if the whole world watches, this love remains ours. And so, in a world full of lights and chaos, there exists a love that doesn't shout, but still echoes. Jikook isn't about public confirmation. They are about understood silences, unexplained touches, and promises kept quietly. When the world wonders, they just look at each other. When fans doubt, they offer one small smile that reassures everything. Because in the end, not all love needs words. Sometimes, all it takes is two hearts that choose each other and never give up. So if you ever find yourself missing them, remember this. They were never truly apart. Because true love always finds its way home. Thank you for watching Jikook Moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep diving deeper with us into a love that never dies. See you in the next video, and remember, real love doesn't need proof, just feeling.